Let me talk to you about a few easy approval loans with soft pull pre-approval here. So here's a review I want you to pay attention to. The first loan that I want to share with you here is Upgrade. So when you think about Upgrade, I want you to think about a very easy pre-approval loans. You have soft pre-approval, not a problem at all. And the cool thing about this Upgrade loan is that you actually can qualify for $50,000. That's the maximum loan amount. And the minimum credit score goes from 560 all the way to 580. So it's a really pretty easy loan to actually pre-qualify for. The cool thing about this loan is that you are able to actually the thing is that the loan amounts go from $1,000 all the way to $50,000. So if you don't qualify for 50 grand, you can qualify for 1,000, 10,000, 7,000, anything in between is just fantastic. On top of that, this loan actually gives you like a pretty flexible maturity date. You're looking at 2 to 7 years. So this is really good. And on top of that, you also have an APR that's pretty decent, 8% all the way to 36%. This is overall fantastic. What we love about Upgrade also is that you are able to have access to a constellation of personal loans. So you can use the loan for anything you want. And so you can use the loan for debt consolidation, use the loan for regular expenses. You can use the loan for even business purposes. If you want to open a business on the side and you want to use this loan, is really fantastic. And so you have low minimum credit score requirements. Think about it, 560 all the way to 580. And the cool thing is you can apply for this loan on Upgrade's website, and it takes about 30 seconds to 1 minute to actually get the whole thing through. It's just really fantastic. One thing I want to say overall is that this loan wants you to have they want you to have a DTI ratio, a debt to income ratio, maximum of 45%. So 45% means that if you are above 45%, you're not going to qualify for this loan. But 45% is pretty high though, and it is totally feasible. I mean, most lenders want you to be around 35%, but the Upgrade is requiring you to. Is asking that you have a maximum DTI ratio of 45%, and you have to make at least $1,000 every month in gross income to qualify for this loan. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Another loan I want to share with you that is an easy approval loan with soft pre-approval here. Soft full pre-approval is Lending Point. So Lending Point is kind of cool too, because Lending Point, basically, first of all, the loan amounts go from $2,000 to $36,500. So, you still have a pretty generous lender here. And the APR here, it goes from 7% all the way to 36%. And the minimum credit score that Lending Point wants you to have here is 580 to 600. So again, when you think about the particulars of this loan, it's really, really fantastic. We love this Lending Point loan because it is an easy approval loan with soft pull pre-approval, and it's best for fast funding and below average credit. And the cool thing here is that you have, again, pretty generous, $2,000 all the way to $36,500. But if you are in Georgia, you have a minimum loan amount of $3,500. So overall, it's $2,000 to $36,000, but the loan is not available in West Virginia and Nevada. So if you are in those two states, you're not going to qualify for this loan. But when we talk about Lending Point in general, is that we love the fact that they are pretty flexible in terms of the requirements. So if you are making, the minimum income amount and minimum salary they want you to make every month is $1,200. $1,200. If you make $14,400 a year in total, they will qualify you, not a problem. So credit score, we're looking at 580 all the way to 600. And what I want to say here is that this card allows you also to get the loan real fast. You can get funded within a day. So yeah, it can be really, really that fast. And the thing is that the one thing you need to be aware of is that Lending Point does charge you origination fees between 0% and 7%. Co-signers or joint loans are not permitted, and the loan is not available in Nevada and West Virginia. So I think I just said that. So overall, this is a great easy approval loan with soft pull pre-approval. You get qualified within a few seconds. You don't have to worry about your credit score being dinged for 5 points or 10 points. Everything goes real fast, and they'll take care of you, not a problem. So this loan is really great, and we love it a lot. And it's one of those loans that we love, all the time. So it's just fantastic. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about easy pre-approval loans with soft pull pre-approval. The third loan I want to share with you is universal credit. And when you think about universal credit, I want you to think about a loan that actually is very generous also. It's a very easy approval loan with soft pull pre-approval. You're looking at maximum loan amount of $50,000. And the APR here, the minimum APR that they want is, it goes from a 560 all the way to a 580. So this is really cool. And you have APR that goes from, so the credit score 560 to 580. The APR goes from 12% all the way to 36%. So $1,000 to $50,000. So this is a very good, this is very easy approval, soft pull pre-approval loan. And everything happens on Universal Credit website. Basically, you are able to get repayment terms that range from 36 to 84 months or 3 to 7 years. Really, really fantastic. So the thing is that what we love about Universal Credit is that it makes finding a personal loan accessible even to those with damaged credit. And so this is really good. And one thing I want to say here is that, and this is a bummer here in our view, but I mean, Universal Credit, to be fair, is not the only one who does it. They charge you an origination fee. So theirs is a little higher though. Even though Lending Point is charging you 0 to 7%, this lender is charging you 5.25% to 10% origination fee on all personal loans. Okay. So this is really what it is. So because this is deducted from your loan proceeds, you will need to factor this in when determining your loan amount to ensure you receive the necessary amounts after the fact. So after the deduction. Okay. So think about this lender as a lender that has flexible qualification requirements. They have next day funding. There is actually no prepayment penalties, but they are charging you a high APR, and they're also charging you an origination fee that goes from 5% all the way to 10%. Okay, it is something that really you need to think about. But overall, they do not have state restrictions. So, where, for instance, Lending Point is not actually lending in Nevada and West Virginia, Universal Credit is lending everywhere. They're lending everywhere, not a problem at all. So it's really, really a great lender, very flexible, fantastic. Another lender I want to share with you here that is easy approval loan with the soft pull pre-approval is Upstart. So if you're thinking if you want to have a loan in that category, you want to really think about Upstart. The cool thing about Upstart is that they have a lower sort of income requirement. So $800. If you're making $800, that's $9,600 gross income every year. Upstart will qualify you, not a problem. And with Upstart, you have a minimum credit score that goes from 550 all the way to 600. And so this is a pretty good range here. And the APR goes from 6% all the way to 36%. And loan amounts here are $1,000 all the way to $50,000. So you can be pre-approved with soft pull on Upstart's website. You are able to get exactly what you want within it takes about 30 seconds all the way to 1 minute. So, when we try it, we see that Upstart really has a quick approval process here. We love that a lot. And you are able to actually be funded within 48 hours. So 48 hours, you get your cash, not a problem. You get your cash real fast, not a problem. One thing I want to say here is that you have to understand with Upstart, you have the ability to qualify for a personal loan, even if you have a bad credit score. So 550 to 600, really, really good. And also, even if you make a low amount of money every month, you can still qualify. Remember, the minimum here is $800 in terms of gross income, which is totally possible. I mean, if you have 1 or 2 jobs or 3 jobs, whatever, you can actually gather $800 per month. Per month. This is not per week. This is per month. Okay. And what I want to say here is that the repayment window here goes from 1 to 5 years, and in some cases it can go all the way to 7 years, depending on the state you're applying from. But this is really good. And one thing I also want to say is that Upstart is really flexible when it comes to the range of personal loan options that they actually offer. Okay. And the even better, Upstart does use an AI-based platform, so artificial intelligence here, to actually consider a range of non-conventional variables when evaluating borrower applications. So they just don't look at your credit score only. They look at a constellation of other factors to see how you actually fare when it comes to loans in general and your ability to repay whatever you borrow. So this is really cool. We love that a lot. Fantastic. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about easy approval loans with soft pull pre-approval. I want to talk to you about another loan here. We have Avon. So Avon is a great lender that we love a lot, and Avon has been in this game for the last 10 years. Really fantastic lender. We love the fact that they're constantly up in their game. They're constantly changing their game and innovating. We love that a lot. And the APR is kind of cool here. You're looking at 9% all the way to 36%. We love that a lot. And the minimum credit score goes from 550 all the way to 580. This is another great addition, great criterion here. And the loan amounts are pretty good. I mean, Avon is really generous. Not as generous as Upgrade or Lending Point or Universal Credit or Upstart, but it's still generous because Avon is giving you $2,000 all the way to $35,000. Really, really great. And you have to repay this over like 1 year to 7 years. It's really fantastic. One thing I want to say here is that you need to understand Avon really looks at a constellation of factors also. And Avon wants to make sure, I mean, minimum income that you have to make to qualify for this loan is $1,000. $1,000, $12,000 in gross income annually. This is gross income, so pre-tax income, so which is totally possible. And the good thing with Avon is that you have a constellation of personal loans, you have secure loans, you have unsecured loans. But what I'm talking to you today, I'm talking to you about unsecured personal loans. Okay, so this is an easy approval loan with soft pull pre-approval that you can qualify within two minutes. 2 minutes, and you can actually get funded. If everything is fine, you get your bank account and everything, you can be funded within 4 hours. So Avon is really that fast, really that fast. Okay, so basically, you have loan terms available up to 60 months and in some cases 84 months. So that's 5 years and 7 years. And but the only thing you need to be aware of here is that Avon, like other players on this list, some players, not all of them, this company charges an upfront administrative fee. You have a high starting APR for prime borrowers, and co-signers and co-applicants are not allowed. So if you're looking for a joint application for your loan, you're not going to qualify with Avon. Okay, they want you to be on your own. I want to really give you a bonus here if you're still with me. And the first one I want to share with you is Lending Club. And the cool thing about Lending Club here is that Lending Club actually gives you all kinds of possibilities. You have loan amounts that go from $1,000 all the way to $40,000. You have an APR that goes from 10% all the way to 36%. This is really good. So this is an easy approval loan with soft pull pre-approval. And the cool thing about Lending Club here is that it is basically a peer-to-peer. So it is not a direct lender. It is a peer-to-peer or marketplace lender, founded in 2007. Okay, so Lending Club has actually over the years remained the largest online lending platform for personal loans. So it has actually over 3 million customers, and they have funded more than $55 billion in loans. So this is really good. So, and they are present everywhere. So it doesn't matter, like they don't have no geography restriction, no state restrictions. So you can qualify no matter where you are at. So this is really good. And the thing is that you actually, with the Lending Club, again, I want to insist, $1,000 all the way to $40,000. The minimum income that you need to have to qualify for this loan here, $1,000 a month. That's gross income. So that's $15,000. That's $12,000 gross every year. And you also need to have a minimum credit score that goes from 550 all the way to 600. Okay, but overall, your approval odds when it comes to a Lending Club loan are high compared to the other players, because here we have a peer-to-peer lender, right? So you have a marketplace of lenders. So you have investors that are bidding on your loans. So you stand a high chance of actually qualifying for a better loan. And this is a pre-approval. So pre-qualification, you go on the Lending Club website, you enter your data, your basic data. No, there is no hard pull at all. And after 30 seconds, you will receive like a series of offers, and based on the offer that you'll receive, you may choose to actually accept some offers or not accept. I mean, you have total flexibility here. This is what we love about Lending Club, and they actually tend to fund you real fast too, so you can be funded within 2 to 8 hours. So if you apply in the morning, you can actually qualify and get your funds in the afternoon. Things can go as fast as possible if you have, of course, you have the right information though. So here you had it. I really share with you our 6 easy approval loans with soft pull pre-approval. Now I want to give you the approach you need to follow if you are trying to qualify. If you want to qualify every time for an easy approval loan with soft pull pre-approval, it's really important to understand that before you actually even before you seek pre-qualification for a personal loan, you got to ask yourself a few questions, okay? And those questions will help you actually understand, if you were to qualify, how much you could actually get. First of all, you need to look at the lender's requirement beforehand. Don't actually just, even if I know they're not checking your credit score, you still need to do a little bit of research. So you want to dig a little deeper. So you want to know exactly what the lender is asking for beforehand. And so once you actually have a clear idea about what the lender is asking for, you want to know how much you need to borrow. Like how much you need to borrow. Like, do you need 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000? Think about that first, okay? So that way you have a clear idea what you're getting yourself into when it comes to borrowing from this specific lender. So, and the thing is, if you know how much you need to borrow, you can actually guide your borrowing decision and know exactly, because when we talk about and know exactly how much you need to borrow, and also most importantly, if you have the ability to repay the loan. Because see, when you apply for a loan, you got to think simultaneously about the amount you want to borrow, but also your ability to repay the loan. Do not apply for a loan amount that you can't really repay, or you would have difficulty repaying. So, and you also need to compare and contrast fees and APRs. So some fees, like some lenders are charging you origination fees. Some lenders are charging you administrative fees. Some lenders are charging you penalties and other stuff. So you got to really account for all those elements and see what is the total cost of the loan I'm trying to get right now. What is how much will I pay in the end? Because it's not just about the APR. You got to also think about the fees, okay? And so you want to also figure out how much you can afford to repay in the end. See, the thing is, it's not just your cash flow situation in the short run, but also it's about your cash flow situation 1 year from now, your cash flow situation like 5 years from now, 3 years from now, based on your projections. So those elements are very important to kind of help you get an instant approval or easy approval loan with soft pull pre-approval. And you want to go systematically for those lenders that are having a pre-qualification link on their website. Soft pull, not a hard pull. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. To this conversation, I'll share with you easy approval loans with soft pull pre-approval. So we have Upgrade, Landing Point, Universal, Upstart. We also have Avant, another one. And in the bonus, we have Lending Club also. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.